ended up falling. He first fell to Mar, who is a Bayonetta main. Best player of his state of Morelos, a scene that is, you know, by the way, not the biggest. They do have their events, but, you know, when you have these kind of underdogs getting those results, what does that tell the rest of the players? They're like, okay, they did it. I can do it too. And that's why we see them here. And that's why Meme is also the people's champ right now, because he is a loser's bracket, but he is the comeback story of probably the last 5 years here in Mexico because of his hiatus and how he has popped up here already in top 8. And in my opinion, Wario, a bit of an easier matchup than Shuton ever could put out with Olimar and Pyramid.
Yeah, I think so. The odds were definitely stacked against Meme, and he still brought it to game 5. Right, the Olimar counterpick looked a little rough. He tried Lucina, couldn't quite get through. But now, I think he has some better odds. Even though it's Gluto, one of the best players in the world for the entirety of Ultimate and Smash 4. Oh my God, no way!
That's how we get things started over here in Mexico, baby!
Just like that, Gluto with an insane lead, but the Nair so sneaky, not ready for the stage spike. And Gluto not even getting the stock trade, just losing the stock outright.
It's really deceptive how far Yoshi can really go off stage as well, right? We were talking about Sora. Yoshi might not be on the very same level, but it is deceptive because you have only this one jump, right?
Yeah, you have a massive double jump. You have the egg toss, which gives you a couple boosts, not just the first one, and then you've got the directional air dodge. So Meme can be really threatening out there. Gluto, I wouldn't say Wario is one of the greatest recoveries just because you can hit him off the bike if your character can go deep enough. Let's see if it happens right here. Oh no, Meme opting just to get back on the stage. Hold this control. Yeah, that good position is going to get him a lot more than an edge guard attempt could have. Oh, the snipe!
And calling out the double jump. That is going to be your stock, Gluto. The off stage coming out from Kameme, like Max pointed out, just so powerful. Being able to hit off the bike is so important, especially when you got a projectile.
If Armada's the Swedish sniper, Meme is the Mexican marksman.
Hey, for sure.
Showing up big time right now. Oh, and the shield break almost happened!
That is actually Meme's trademark. He was doing that for so long before the pandemic hit. Only against a very few amount of players he could not do it. Like against Meisters, for instance, knowing that Game & Watch has this up at a shield, it's so easy to get out of it. But for any other players, when they see Meme approaching, they could expect an air or something. Never the down B, and never these links either. The up tilt is going to lead you into 1 or 2 uppers and might even be a kill option later on. And now he's trying to play basketball with Wario, almost getting the victory.
Gotta watch it though. Wario still in a bad position, but he's glowing yellow. If Gluto's able to take this stock, maybe have some kind of waft setup, Yoshi gonna be a little on the floatier side and gonna have that frame 1 jump with the armor. So it could be a little tricky on these waft confirms, but it doesn't even matter. Meme with the tracking, with the up air, gonna take game 1, and you can tell the crowd is very pleased.
Hey, I'll keep it real. A little bit of a lucky break to start that match off, right?
Yeah.
And Yoshi, very heavy, very durable character, so it can be hard to make a comeback against him. But Gluto is still playing Wario. That's a character built to do that, and he still couldn't pull it off. The crowd loving this from Meme. A rarely seen face these days, but still one you should fear.
Absolutely, man. And I got to talk about it. We got the floaty set up here on the loser side of top 8. Another floaty on floaty face-off here. Both these characters love to weave in and out. They got great air acceleration, great air mobility. Not as much range, a little bit on the stubbier side, but they're generally playing the same strategy, but Meme just utilizing this anti-air. That up tilt is so strong.
And I think this mobility alongside the armor is part of why Solari Glutonny over here did not go for his waft. Like, question mark for this match, will we see a waft at all? Meme having these options to escape out of those quote-unquote confirms with the armor and everything, it's going to be very complicated for Gluto to find those. That's why he held on to it for so long. And that's maybe also why Meme is kind of a little bit more eager to get into Gluto's area, right? Like many other characters and the other players would rather just keep it at a distance and let Wario come to them. But Meme has the tools for it. He has the back air too to hit him out of many of those possibilities. And Gluto eating a lot of percent here.
Both of these characters are a little bit stubby, but if you want to compare them head-to-head, Yoshi outranges Wario considerably.
The noggin.
Yeah, the noggin, the tail, the feet. I think we're going to see Gluto really struggle to just crack through and make these approaches work out. Meme can answer it with buttons every time.
Yeah, and both these characters a bit on the bulkier side as well, but Wario can compensate for that with the waft. But if we don't see any waft setups coming out from Gluto, these backers are going to take the stock against Yoshi at quite later percents.
There is one problem with this, though. Meme's signature is when he does the short hop into the down B. Never the 2 hits of the down B. He always needs to be on top of the opponent because if he goes for the double, it's so easy to just cave. You can really just roll or anything, and Gluto's ready for that. You just saw how Meme got punished for it, so that means he's probably going to hold back a little bit. Even if Gluto is at 142%, Meme needs a straight hit like an upper to get the kill, or he could go for a much simpler setup and just go for an air upstage and then prevent Gluto from coming back. The bike is all the way over there.
There's no double jump here. Going for the up B, have the air dodge. Okay, wow. That air mobility is insane.
And we've seen Meme go for now 2 command grabs, neither of which were in great spots either. He's like, hey, you know what, man? Instead of beating your shield with the grab, I'd rather break it. That's just his style, and you can't hate on him for it. It has been working out, and now he's going to even it right back up. Here we go, 2 fresh stocks for each player.
Meme does not usually go for the command grab either. Like, the few times he goes for it, he does get a lot of mileage, but it's usually higher percents too. He's waiting for the egg crack and then go for an up air or something and try to time it out. This is dangerous for Gluto. Is he coming back? He will. Meme decides to just hold the stage, and it does work into his favor.
Yeah, and that Yoshi out of shield is so strong. The Nair is just really, really quick and hits very low, which is what you want out of a jump aerial out of shield here. Oh, using the up B, Gluto breaking up the pressure here. Yeah,
that last-minute emergency exit there, it's actually going to work out for him. That could have been fatal if Meme was able to punish him. Hold on, though.
Whoa,
some low-percent kung fu, as my boy Rod would say, getting that percent built up. And now this is pretty close. Ghost riding the whip, pushing Meme to the ledge.
And Gluto's finding himself in position to maybe shark him and then go for the waft. Like, the confirms do not seem to be on the table right now. Not with the Raish either. So Meme knows he can play around that. Oh no, but he's not gonna make it back. He actually miscalculates, and that's a lead for Gluto.
Yeah, could have been maybe a hold buffer from the directional air dodge, and just like that, or from the double jump, my bad. And then, you know, Gluto able to get that scramble, and since Meme actually swung in that situation, the directional air dodge was not close enough to the ledge. The back air, is it enough? Wow, that sent Gluto really quick. I don't know if it was the best DI, but that move is also really strong.
Oh, no way! Just off the mark, that waft certainly would have ended the game, evened up the set, but Meme lives to fight another day, at least another few seconds, and he's building this damage up so quickly. The ledge traps, the up B once again, Gluto kind of panicking.
Pretty much even again, although Gluto just held the slightest lead, but he does not want to go in. He's actually kind of thinking of charging up another wave, probably. He knows that a little more percent will put Meme at kill range, even at a mid-charge waft. So maybe that's the game plan here, because he's not winning that many neutral exchanges, although he does connect a few backers here, key backers, that will let him breathe a little bit longer as he gets stage control, and now he puts Meme in a very complicated situation. Meme, though, with the downer, whips, and nothing for Gluto.
Oh my god, such a scramble here. You see the aerials, all of them getting blocked just in time. Wow, jumps off the bike and the back air. Gluto is right back in this set. It's one apiece. I could not call this one. They've been so back and forth from the jump.
Yeah, and Meme, so close. Hitting the headlights on the bike, but you had to hit the driver there. And just like that, Gluto gets the reversal, hits the back air. Probably should have had it on that waft conversion, but again, is going to be a little bit harder on Yoshi because right when you initiate that double jump, you get that armor. And I've seen different Warios utilize waft in different ways when their opponent have frame one out. Sometimes you can just use it for a ledge trap, you can use it for a tech chase, you can even use it for the edge guard as well. We've seen Gluto utilize these wafts in very creative ways because, you know, he's just a solo main. He's been playing Wario since Brawl. So
yeah.
Over a decade now, right? So over a decade now of playing the same character, going through thick and thin, because Wario has, well, he definitely suffered in Smash 4. I mean, we are not going to go in to talk about that. Yeah, indeed. Like, that never happened as far as we're concerned. And, you know, one more thing about the bike utilization. Did you see him play Sonics again? And I think that you guys saw how the bike was one of his, I don't want to say last resorts, but, you know, there were definitely occasions in which the match presented itself so that there was not much engagement. And maybe Sonic's was up stage, Gluto could hit him like that. I think that Meme will not position himself too many times beneath the stage, but it is a very good pressure tool. Reminder that if you step on Yoshi or you take away his armor, he's done for.
Yeah, you can go ahead and footstool the double jump, and the armor does not protect you against footstool. If you footstool any Yoshi double jumping, that is going to be curtains if they are off stage. We'll see if Glutos can line that up.
It also doesn't protect you against grabs, and Wario has the bite, so quite a few ways for him to interrupt the double jump armor from Yoshi. Of course, you could also just use a really strong move that deals enough knockback to send him out of it. Yeah, waft, back air at those higher percents. For those of you guys that don't know, the way that the double jump armor works is it negates a certain amount of knockback, so he can still be knocked back.
and the longer the jump is out, the easier it is to combat it too. So if Gluto calculates it properly, and Meme is just about to hold the ledge, I think we could see a few games here and there. But in the meantime, it's all about center stage control, and Gluto is doing just fine. The down tilt's giving him a lot of mileage too, with the extension into dash attacks, and that puts it pretty much even. But Meme does find the up tilt, and this is what we will see from Meme a lot of the time, the up tilt confirm into up air.
This is just a bloodbath of a game. In the first minute, almost 200% on the board, actually over 200%. Now let's see who can land the first killing blow. Meme obviously in position, but I don't know, Gluto's a crafty guy. He could make it happen.
And I like Gluto just slowing things down, trying to bring the bike out. Oh, but that egg off the bounce into the up air. Meme once again with the lead in this game number 3.
Meme too, there are certain phases to the Yoshi game plan here, especially for Meme. Like step 1, rank up your percent. Then, if you're able to get some down tilts, that usually leads into some tech chase situations that might lead him even further in the percent department. But now he lost his rage, and this is going to be a reset again as Gluto is going to build it up. So the phases reset pretty much for both of them.
Using that double jump as a way out of the combos as well. Gluto could have gotten several more up airs on most of the cast, but not Yoshi, as he's able to just fly to safety. And that said, they are still just scrapping. I don't think there's been a second of camping in this set.
Yeah, we usually see, especially when Gluto was playing up against Sonic, we saw a lot of the bike, and we kind of saw Gluto extend his range with the bike, right? And maybe the same thing could be used here. Like you mentioned, Max, Yoshi just having that extra range on Gluto can make it a little tough.
Oh my god, it was so tense right there by the ledge. I didn't even know what to say, but Gluto with his feet back on terra firma right now. Oh, the back airs, and now suddenly he's in the lead. Meme has been controlling this whole game until now. Gluto, built for comebacks with or without the waft.
And now he does have it on deck and the stock lead, and Meme needs to rank up the percent or maybe find a sneaky kill with a forward, or even a spike would be fantastic for him. And look at what he's going for. There is definitely a hitbox position in which you can spike your opponent when they're holding onto a ledge for too long, but it has not landed from Meme just yet. And now he's going to eat a lot of damage and maybe even the walk, but there you go. There's a double jump error that we were talking about and how it will help Meme escape these options and escape the waft especially.
Does not want to mess with that up tilt. The reverse side, the back side of that up tilt actually has way more frame advantage, which means you can get bigger combos, and on top of that has a bigger hitbox as well. You see Meme always trying to utilize that back side of the up tilt.
And also using that down smash as a get-off-me tool, breaks the shield! There it is, fully charged up smash. He's right back in at 65 damage of a deficit, but that can be made up for in one combo if he gets a choice opener, something like a forward tilt or an up tilt.
That's definitely Kameme super. He like saved meter and then he's like, you know what, shield break, activate now.
Oh my god, and just like that, he's right back in it, but not for long. Up air into Waft, Gluto seizing the lead in that set.
Now Waft was never off the table, and this time the jump was not going to save him. Enough knockback, even with that percent, he was at like 60 or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's definitely a kill percent, even from the other side of the stage. So Gluto now with the lead on, and I think that he is now adapted to many of Meme's signatures too. Like he's playing against the up or around the up tilt, which was a fantastic anti-air option. And we talked about the aerial drift, right? So you will usually see Wario come in with the aerial drift and such. That's where up tilt should be winning, but Gluto adapted to it, going for a few bites, going for a few backers, and the bike, I think, has turned into a very important tool as well.
Yeah, it's the closest thing Wario has to a projectile, right? So if you can control some space with it, why not? Of course, it'll work against you if you get knocked off the stage right after.
Very risky. That move does not, using that move on stage does not come with no risk. And I think Gluto putting a lot on the line there when utilizing that bike. It also can body block some other projectiles like the Yoshi.
I think that Gluto also with these two interactions, he just found another way to combat that up tilt. The neutral air, the late hit of neutral air is actually going to beat that, and Meme ends up taking a ton of damage because of it. Look at that, this is the same extension that started with that, and now he is pretty much with his back against the wall. He needs to get the up tilt once again, but this time it comes with a question mark. Will Gluto approach with the neutral air? How is he going to fight that off? Meme would rather take the higher area of the air, but Gluto's ready for that too, and even with these down tilt, this is the stock already.
My god, what a dominant start to this game 4 here. It's looking pretty difficult for Meme to come back from this. You know, of course, we've talked about Wario's comeback factor, but the Waft can also be used as a win more option. If you start off this hot, how do you win?
Yeah. I mean, that's the issue with some of these quote-unquote comeback mechanics. The win more side can be a bit gruesome here, but if you're Gluto, you're sitting really comfortable. The downer going to catch the recovery back to the ledge. The air dodge comes up with the back air, does not connect here for Meme, and the forward smash not going to hit as well.
One more option that Yoshi does have for the kill is if you take your opponent high enough, you will probably bait an air dodge, then you go for downer, and that's also going to kill off the top. So maybe he was banking on that when he saw Gluto air dodging, but this time, I don't know, Chief. I think the hero is going to go down as Gluto has not used the Waft. He's still in his first stock. He's building up rage, and maybe just can't seem to find a way in anymore.
Meme's down B is also his X factor, right? If he breaks Gluto's shield on, say, the second stock, that's pretty much his only path back to victory. But Gluto looking unstoppable here. Wow, the ledge slip, very rare in a game like Ultimate that often prevents you from slipping off. But it's going to work to Meme's favor. Get that neutral air, just break up some of the pressure, and look how relentless he is with the edge guards. There it is. No bike. Oh, no. Never mind.
It. What a recovery coming out from Gluto. And usually you see Wario players, and this Waft could just be the 3-stock to get a dominating 3-1 victory here in the loser side.
It was just adaptation after adaptation. If there's one thing that everybody can recognize about Gluto is that 10 or plus years of playing Smash will get you used to certain things, including within sets. And like we said, there are not few options that Yoshi can go for, but there are very key options that Meme specifically could go for, as this is part of his playbook. The up tilt beginnings, the downer kills off the top, and the shield break X Factor that only worked once in this set.
Yeah, and like you pointed out, Toon, Gluto using that second hit of the neutral air to get through the defense of Meme's up tilt, that I think was really what changed everything. It started him off on the right foot in that game 4, eventually led him to a very solid 3-stock victory. And you know, Gluto's so good at using Wario's strengths to compensate for his weaknesses. That's how Wario gets around these big hitboxes. You have to use your air drift, wait for them to whiff, because you have the option to switch from left and right so many times, and then find your opening. So, I mean, man, it's hard for me to root against the motherland of my family, France, but I think the whole building wanted to see Meme take that, myself included. A little bit of a heartbreak to see him exit, but he made it to top 8, and that's just such an amazing accomplishment for any player, especially a guy who's been taking some time off to, you know, chill with his wife, get his life together,
Family
you know.
Man.
Yeah, for real. Man of the people as well.
So it looks like the last line of defense must be activated here for Mexico. Spargo and Leo on the winner's side of the bracket, but unfortunately, they are on the same side of the winner's bracket, so one must fall to the loser's side. That is going to be a crazy set as we go through these replays here. Gluto with the adaptation, but Meme honestly with a very, very hot start in this set.
You said one must fall, and Gluto was falling in the replay. That was just really funny. That was just a key moment there. But indeed, the last line of defense activating. And, you know, Meme's lines of defense, by the way, as time went on, I mean, it kind of dwindled down. He was getting desperate to find his way in. You can see it with the percent that Gluto was losing his stocks at too. Usually with a huge lead over Meme in the first place. And second, some of them were even gimps. Like, we did not see a footstool per se, but a few times the pressure was enough that Gluto forced Meme to stay beneath the stage, and then even the double jump and the up beats and everything were not enough. And shoutouts to this stock in particular. I think that was a turning point. Gluto catching Meme on his drift, and that kind of shook Meme. The confidence in the drift was not there anymore.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. He wanted to keep swinging off that bike jump, but just not recognizing that Gluto would be actionable so soon. There it is, up air into Waft. That is just Wario's calling card, right? If he lands one of those, you know the Wario player is feeling great.
Yeah, and that's going to be the one out for Wario in some of these tougher matchups. And Gluto making this Waft work, even though we were mentioning that frame 1 double jump armor, right? So great stuff coming out from Gluto, getting multiple full Wafts in this set, just sheer mastery of the character. And I feel like as the set went on and on, Gluto's bag of tricks just kept delivering, but Meme kind of running a little low there, and the adaptation was so strong versus Gluto.
Man, just such a great set, but of course we have plenty more for you, right? That's only 2 out of, what, 10, potentially 11 that you're going to get to see in the top 8 here at Smash Factor 10. Guys,